Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kickoff now just moments away. It's all handed over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
I'm Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On play action, they'll throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! What? 90!
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 47 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Getting... Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, 74 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the...
Come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 60 yards.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment. That's just wrong on every level as far as the defender is concerned.
And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really stretch your defense.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have moved out in front.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're...
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And out across midfield down to the 45. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Looking to throw. Goes for a right side here, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll set up a throw. Being chased. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath. To his running back, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
To throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Steps away to his left. And he's got Snead. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On the ground, this is Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the ground, Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they'll run it here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's going to be caught. And he's on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Saints now... The play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. And by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one.
Ohio, here we go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
A dump off for Mason. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. The drive begins with Mason. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. He uncorks it for Snead. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Now Mason. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And this is caught at the 8. A gain of 32 that time.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They go with the fullback line. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll talk things over prior to the down play. And they take a knee. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on. They calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the trolls, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dot team, and who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sip by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Money goes on me. White paint on my toes. That's when a new ray alert. Gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sip by the morning. The rats keep me up on the old.